What's going on, guys? White Fox 1225 here, and today I want to talk about the future of the Fallout series. With Fallout 4 being done with all its DLC and whatnot, I started thinking about what the next game could possibly look like, and in this video I'm going to talk about some leaks, some speculation, and what I personally want to see Bethesda do with the franchise. First off, let's get this out of the way. There will 100%, no doubt about it, be another Fallout game. No matter what your thoughts on Fallout 4 was, it still made a ridiculous amount of money for Bethesda and was still insanely popular, so there's just absolutely no way Bethesda wouldn't develop a follow-up. That being said, the release of that game could be a while off, and most likely will be. When you look at what the future holds for Bethesda, they've stated a few times they're working on two brand new IPs unrelated to either Fallout or the Elder Scrolls. So Bethesda has those two unknown games to develop and the new Elder Scrolls game before they even start thinking about the new Fallout. And when you look at how long it takes Bethesda to make their games, and the fact that nothing new was released at E3 this year, it's safe to say it could easily be 5 years before all three of those titles are released, and even that estimate is pretty hopeful, honestly. If Bethesda is making the next Fallout game, it would definitely be a long time away before we heard anything. I'd say about 7 years, maybe even more. But with that being said, Bethesda hasn't always made the Fallout games, as fans well know, and in fact probably the most loved game in the series, Fallout New Vegas, was made by Obsidian, not Bethesda. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that Bethesda could think about letting another studio develop the next Fallout game. Given how much Bethesda seems to have on their plate right now, it would almost make more sense. Personally, I think it would be a great choice for Bethesda to let Obsidian make the next Fallout game. They've proven they can make great RPGs with New Vegas and Pillars of Eternity, which is a great game if you haven't played it. So I would love to see what they could do with another Fallout game, and I know the fan base would just freak out if they heard Obsidian was making another one. Obsidian has said that they're not working on a Fallout game at the moment, but they also said they'd be completely open to the idea of making another one. So even though that's not happening right now, or at least it doesn't look like it is, we can hope for the future that it is in the realm of possibilities that we will see another Fallout game from Obsidian. No matter what developer it is, I feel like Bethesda will definitely outsource the next Fallout game. I don't think they have enough time right now or resources to make one in a timely manner that they probably want to. So no matter who it is, I really do think the next Fallout game will be developed by someone besides Bethesda. Let's move on for now and talk about the next Fallout game and what it might look like and what I want to see from it myself. So I'm sure a lot of you guys heard of the Fallout New Orleans leak and how a lot of people thought Obsidian was making that game. That leak did turn out to be false, but what is completely true is that a trademark for Fallout New Orleans was filed in Europe. That is complete fact, not speculation or anything. That doesn't confirm the existence of that game or that Bethesda is making a game set in New Orleans, but the trademark was filed, so it is the potential that we'll see a Fallout game in Louisiana, and I am completely down for that. New Orleans is such a unique place. With so much culture, I think they could definitely do a lot with that setting. The fact that the trademark was for Fallout New Orleans and not Fallout 5 or something like that backs up the theory that Bethesda is outsourcing the development of the new game to someone else if in fact this leak turns out to be a legit game that they're working on. But if for some reason trademark turns out to be nothing of value, I think there's still a lot of other really cool settings that they could use besides New Orleans. I would love to see a game set in the Deep South, a place like Georgia. I spent some time there last year and the vibe of the place is really cool. I really like the feel of the Deep South and I think they could do a lot with that. Another place that could be really sick is Canada. It'd be so different from other things they've done, a completely different country. A place like Europe too, a whole different continent. Just something that would mix things up would be nice. Mexico is another one I thought of, they could do a lot with that. Overall, I just want to see something different from what we have. I don't want to see New York City really, because I feel like that would just be too similar to Fallout 4. So something different and really unique would be pretty awesome, and they have quite a few places they could choose from. In terms of what the next Fallout game will play like, it's obvious Bethesda realizes they messed up some of the role-playing aspects of Fallout 4 that the community was really vocal about and complained about quite a bit. My main complaint with the game and a main complaint of the community was the dialogue and the player choice. Personally, I hated the dialogue in Fallout 4 with a burning passion, and Todd Howard even agreed, and he said in an interview that the dialogue system didn't work the way they had hoped it would. Hopefully they'll learn from their lesson and never ever have a voice protagonist again in a Bethesda game. In my opinion, it just takes you out of the immersion of the game. When I play Skyrim or I play Fallout, I want to feel like the character. I don't want to feel like I'm watching the character. Other RPGs can pull that off, like The Witcher, and they do a great job. But Bethesda RPGs are different, and I never want to see voice acting in one of them again. I also really hope that we get more player choice in how we can resolve certain scenarios. I feel like a lot of times in Fallout 4 we were forced into just a shooting gallery or just kill all the bad guys, and after so long that just gets pretty boring. A lot of the so-called choices in Fallout 4 really weren't choices because no matter what you did, you were led into the same scenario regardless of what you chose, and like I said, usually that scenario was just kill this bad guy, and it just gets so boring. I'll give Bethesda props though because they did do a great job with the Far Harbor DLC and fixed a lot of those role-playing problems. In that DLC, there were a lot of different ways to resolve different scenarios, and there were a lot better dialogue options. And overall, it's one of my favorite DLCs made for any game ever, so I think they did a great job with that DLC. And I think that kind of showed that they learned from their mistakes and that they're still capable of making a really good Fallout game. One last thing I want to mention quick is that I feel like Fallout 4 was overall lacking in content, just meaningful content to play through. I played Skyrim and Oblivion about 300 hours on my first playthrough just with one character. And I think it was after 80 hours for Fallout 4 where I felt like I had pretty much done everything the game had to offer. So I would love to see them put more content in the game in general. I still loved Fallout 4 and I think they did a lot of things right for this series. The progression was good, the main story was incredible, the weapon mods and power armor were really sick, but there's still a lot they can improve on, and no matter who makes the next Fallout game, I really hope they work on those things, especially the role playing and dialogue. But that's pretty much it for today, and that's pretty much all I have for this video. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see from the next Fallout game. If you guys want to see more videos on RPGs and MMOs, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.